What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Roy the Kid, coming back with another video, man. Today I'm finna be reacting to Saints Row, the official review. They done came out with so many videos on this game. I reacted some on my other channel, but we on the Glow Reacts channel right now. I will be going live on this shit tomorrow. I say probably around this same time. But yeah, tune in, nigga. We finna go ahead and dive into this shit, bro. Let's go. You feel me? Big screen on that bit.
The superpowers have been scrapped and the sex toys have been safely stowed back in the sock drawer because the new
Why bro built like that?
silliness and smutty tendencies in favor of a return to its open world game.
Yo, this game better be hard. It looks hard,
the basics approach has borne out
but it still look like the same Saints Row, like
and stripping the series of its
as far as like the physics and everything. Still like it still look hella animated. What the fuck is going on?
There's a decent amount of fun to be had chasing collectibles and causing chaos. Outdated mechanics and repetitive mission design.
It looked good though.
At the end of my time with the new Saints Row, I was desperate for something
like the graphics, it looks smooth, but it still kind of look like the same Saints Row though. Like Saints Row the third, Red Dead Redemption.
Saints. Call ourselves the Saints.
Call ourselves the Saints. Sierra Saints, we're in the town. But they should have made it multiplayer for real, like with 4 players instead of 2. That's so hard.
It at least facilitates a handful of B-grade action scenes that
I can't wait to play this shit though.
But in between these peaks is a relentless rinse and repeat cycle of wave-based shootouts against a handful of rival gangs that are largely indistinguishable from one another. The only ones that really stand out are these guys, who appear to have grown restless waiting for Ubisoft to announce a new Watch Dogs.
Hell nah.
The combat itself is snappy and serviceable, and in the absence of a proper cover system is heavy on circle strafing and pulling off occasional executions.
And they don't got no combat, like
to replenish your health mid-fight.
Okay, damn, okay. Ooh. He's dead as a door now. He's a country Mexican.
But it's a neat
never seen that.
that allows you to
come here.
Damage without having to
what the fuck?
Medkits or fumble with the consumables menu. In addition, there's a recharging skill system that allows you to bind special abilities to 4 hotkeys. But although
okay, that's fine. What the fuck? Flaming punches.
Rarely did I feel the need to use them in favor of more traditional skills like throwing grenades and activating temporary armor, which made for a mostly conventional brand of firefights.
That's hard, bro. They need to put an online aspect in this game that will really bring the life to this game. Cause even I'm watching like gameplay and the game looks a little empty still. Like I don't know, it looks empty. Ooh. But the ability to drift and sideswipe other cars at the tap of a button does give chase sequences a welcome burst of burnout-style gratification. What the fuck is going on? Damn. The fact that you can scramble onto the roof at speed and launch into a wingsuit glide also makes for some spectacular. Oh no, that's fire. Although it seems like an oversight that you can't do the same thing from a motorbike saddle. Yeah, that's whack.
Not at all. I've got cops up the ass.
What?
We're really good at what we do.
We're really good at what we do.
And not ourselves.
We do it good and we do it the best.
Who describes himself as
I'm a walking murder party.
Are 3 other foundational members of the new Saints who accompany you on certain missions and provide consistently cringe-inducing banter in cutscenes that feel like they're straight out of a cheesy.
My bro only got 1 arm though.
The only way this can be better is if you put on a fucking shirt.
Dinner and a show, baby.
Oh,
What the fuck?
None of these partners in crime have particularly interesting personalities, but the one I warmed to the most by far was the brainy pacifist Eli, mainly because his side story missions involved donning some cardboard armor and swapping my assault rifle for a Nerf gun in a series of live-action role-playing battles.
What the fuck? I like the creativity what they did right there. For me. But like, bro, like, I just wish this shit was just online. Where it's like a GTA session on Saints Row. That would be so hard, bro.
The actual
they need to give us that.
In these sections remain fundamentally the same as every other shooting gallery sequence, but they reminded me of the sticks and stone style warfare of South Park: The Stick of Truth, and provided an enjoyable shift in tone from the more murderous mayhem found elsewhere. elsewhere.
I know I got you that time. You're cheap.
I
See, you're
prefer to have
cheating.
Eli with me on more missions,
Me.
but you can't change who you're stuck with. However, you can certainly change yourself.
What the fuck is
And
that,
Saints Row's
She-Hulk?
impressive character customization tool allows you to completely alter your appearance at any time, either by crafting it yourself or
The
importing
customization is fire. It was that Velma,
You really can let your
the
imagination
Tony
run
Montana,
wild, although
the dude from
I feel
Breaking
some people
Bad.
have several tastes, so I basically just bought the mariachi.
Yeah,
outfit,
dude.
equipped the Three Amigos salute, and
The
kept them
customization is nice on here, though. I can't even lie.
As of now, we are the proud owners of a shit ton of empty lots all across town. That's real estate we can use to start up some new entrepreneurial ventures.
As you progress through Saints Row's story, an increasing number of criminal ventures become available to purchase. Buying one of these businesses and completing its associated set of missions increases the hourly revenue of the Saints. And while you don't need to acquire all of the dozen ventures in order to complete the campaign, buying up roughly half of them is mandatory.
Oh, so you can
in
buy
order to
property on here?
story missions, which is a shame because precious few of them are actually any good. Admittedly, it will always be goofy good fun to bounce hundreds of feet in the air.
Yeah, I remember I used to play that all the time on Saints Row 3. It was that was Saints Row 2.
I also found that tracking down and photographing specific materials throughout the map for the cutting-edge fashion designer
Okay.
was
Okay, so they got
customization options for your clothing.
Okay.
However, the
Okay,
majority
Saints
of
Row.
ventures
Y'all
are
stepping your game up.
and unevenly weighted, with the lower quality tasks seemingly higher in quantity. The Eureka Beta are stuck.
Oh, that nigga's riding the hover. That's fire.
Boards and rocket-propelled sticky bombs.
That's
is a
fire.
disappointingly short-lived blast since it's limited
What
to
the
just
fuck?
3 missions. The Bright Future venture, however, forces you to haul the same sluggish truck.
Yeah, I seen that in the last video.
Across the city for a total of 13 trips. Talk about a toxic waste of time.
Toxic waste of time.
Completing the setup for these shady businesses is also rarely as fun as it sounds on paper. I was excited to open up a Cobra Kai inspired karate dojo, but my reward for doing so was a handful of wonky beat 'em up sections that handled like the yuckiest form of Yakuza.
Yeah, I wish the combat was way better in this
Then when I
game.
finally unlocked the late game heist missions, I was crushed to find out that you don't get to perform the actual robberies. Instead, you're forced to wait with the car while the rest of your gang goes inside to commit the actual crime.
What?
Check it out. I mean, you still get to wear an ex-president's mask, so it's kind of like Point Break. It's just
That shit
missing the
suck.
point.
How the fuck you set up a
Almost
robbery
every
but
instance,
don't
these
do the
venture-based
robbery?
missions are just the same
What?
objectives copied and
Come on,
pasted
Saints Row.
over and over again. Want to run a food truck business? Steal a bunch of food trucks. Want to run an automotive chop shop? Steal a bunch of cars. Want to run a clothing empire?
Still a
Design
bunch
your own
of.
fashion range and figure out how to market it effectively. I'm kidding. You actually just steal a bunch of delivery trucks. There's no real challenge to any of this other than an enormous test of your endurance. Who knew that being the boss of a criminal empire would involve this amount of busy work?
Right?
Is it right? Grand Theft also.
The
Damn.
sandbox mission structure is just one of the many ways the new Saints Row feels burdened by design decisions that should have died along with the power supply on your PlayStation 2. There are aggravating instant fail stealth sections.
Intruder alert! Sound the alarms!
What the fuck? Damn, Saints Row, y'all gotta do better than this, cuss. What's going on, bro? What's going on, bro? They keep playing ads and shit. Ain't nobody got time for no ads, bro.
Nagging prompts for you to return to a mission even when you haven't left it, and absolutely no nuance to the notoriety.
I like how the graphics
With the
look,
exciting
though.
games of cat and
The
mouse
cars
and
look
blocks,
fire.
Often you can lose a wanted level just by driving in a straight line for a few blocks.
That takes talent.
He said that takes
There's
talent.
also a noticeable lack of interactivity from what we've come to expect from modern open worlds, particularly
Facts.
post Grand Theft Auto 5. You can't play these arcade games or ride these bicycles, and you certainly
can't ride a
enter these
bike on
giant
there?
casinos, let alone gamble in them. Pretty much your only interactions
that's
with the world around you is to
whack.
shoot at it, jump off it, or smash it to bits.
That's whack.
Santo Aliso provided a pretty canvas.
But everything
for
outside the
carnage,
game is
but it
cool,
didn't
like the
feel a
cars
world
and
I could really
vehicles is
immerse
fire.
myself in.
But
I did appreciate a lot of the
it looks
environmental
empty, like I
design,
said.
however, and some smaller touches like locals setting off backyard fireworks in the evenings always stopped me in my tracks. as did the occasional sandstorm, although that was mainly because they made me feel like I'd momentarily stepped out of Saints Row 2022 and into Blade Runner 2049. Unfortunately, the sandy surrounds of Santo Elisa aren't the only rough edges to be
It's
found.
glitching too.
And my time with Saints Row was plagued by wonky physics,
Damn.
broken mission markers,
Fuck me.
surprisingly deadly pieces of furniture, whatever is going on here,
What the
and
fuck?
nonsensical AI behavior.
Wow, you saved me. You're like literally my hero. What now?
He about to
Well,
jump
now
out
we
of
get out
there.
of here. Just whatever you do, don't sit back in that chair I just untied you from.
What
Come
the
on, mate.
fuck?
What did I just say? The AI isn't the
That's
only thing
weird.
prone to mischief, and indeed Saints Row's two-player co-op allows you to play silly pranks on your partner by completing certain challenges. Yet while transforming your mate into a toilet or a vending machine may cause a few laughs at first, the novelty quickly wears off. And besides, none of the deliberate pranks are as funny as the unintentionally hilarious bugs. This poor bastard looks like he's being pranked by God. Otherwise, my time with co-op on PC has been rife with connection problems.
This
and
is
even when it
stupid
does
as
work,
fuck.
having a second player in
That nigga
turn
got a
does
what?
help
He
to
got
elevate
a
Saints Row's
fucking
more menial tasks.
half a nunchuck,
Still,
nigga.
At least I had someone to wait in the car with me during the heist.
That nigga beating that nigga with a pole. Literally. Verdict. That's a minigun. He tagging their ass up with
So
that.
much freedom to be exactly who we want to be.
I like the customization. It's that Kanye. What the fuck?
Itself struggles to forge its own identity. There's definitely no shortage of shallow shoot 'em up thrills to be had here, but it's a very familiar and uninspired brand of sandbox fun that's unlikely to wow anybody who's played a Saints Row game before, much
Facts.
less a GTA. There are a few spectacular story moments, and the city of Santo Eliso serves as a sprawling new playground for user-created carnage, but the distinct lack of new gameplay ideas, and the frequency with which some of its least interesting ones are reused, means this Saints Row feels more like a repetitive retread than a full
Fact.
reboot. It's definitely a new gang of saints, but they're guilty of the same old sins.
So they gave it a 6 out of 10.
At least we've got a cool logo.
I'll give it a
Check out
7.
our verdicts on Rumbleverse and Cult of the Lamb, and for everything else, stick with our
I mean, it's creative. I fuck with it. I'm definitely playing this game. You feel me? You feel me? Tune in live tomorrow. I will be live streaming this game. You feel me? So, hey, man. I'm finna go ahead and get about it, man. Finna go ahead and get about it here. It's your boy, Go the Kid. Come back with another vid. And that was Saints Row, the official review. And go ahead and hit that sub button. Hit me up on all that shit right there. It's right there in your face, man. We gone. Hood.